Hello everyone. Today we are going to continue with the data representation chapter 2, and the topics we are going to look is binary to hexadecimal conversion and hexadecimal to binary conversion and few example problems. Now we will look at binary to hexadecimal conversion. We are going to start with the first binary number given. It's 1010111010, and we are going to arrange them in group of 4 bits each, and we'll start with the LSB. And the first box we can see it has 1010, and the hexadecimal equivalent of 1010 is A, and the second box has 1011. The hexadecimal equivalent of 1011 is B, and the last box we can see that it is short by 2 bits. So we're going to add 2 more zeros in front of the MSB to make it as a 4-bit group, and 0010 equivalent hexadecimal equivalent is 2. So for the given binary number, the hexadecimal equivalent is 2BA. And the next one, we will look at the next problem, and the binary number here has an binary point. So we are going to make it again as group of 4 bits each, and the numbers, the binary digits to the left of the binary point, we are going to separate it as groups of 4 bits, and we get 1110, and the hexadecimal equivalent of it is E. 1010 hexadecimal equivalent is A. And to the for the bits right of the binary point, again we are going to group them in groups of 4 bits each, and we are getting 0101, and the hexadecimal equivalent is 5. And in the last box we can see that it is short by 2 bits, so we're going to add zeros to the end, and the hexadecimal equivalent of 1100 is C. So for the given binary number, the hexadecimal equivalent is AE.5C. Now we will do the hexadecimal to binary conversion. Let us take the first hexadecimal number 9F2, and we are going to write down the 4-bit binary equivalent for each digit of this hexadecimal number. So the binary equivalent for 9 is 1001, for F it is 1111, and 2 it is 0010, and we are going to combine all this binary equivalents and come up with the binary equivalent of the hexadecimal number 9F2, and the end result is 1001 1111 0010. Now let us take the next number, hexadecimal number 3A6, and we are going to write down the binary equivalent of each digit of this hexadecimal number. For 3 it is 0011, for A it is 1010, and for 6 it is 0110, and we will combine all this binary equivalents to get the equivalent number, final equivalent binary equivalent for the hexadecimal number 3A6, and the end result is 0011 1010 0110. And the next number is with an hexadecimal point. It is 3BF.FC. We are going to write down again the binary 4-bit binary equivalent for these hexadecimal digits. For 3 it is 0011, for B it is 1011, F it's 1111, and there comes the hexadecimal point, and then after that for 5 it is 0101, and for C it is 1100, and after it is converted to the binary equivalent, the point becomes the binary point, and the end result of the conversion is 0011 1011 1111.0101 1100. Now we will look at a special case. We have already looked at decimal to hexadecimal conversion, decimal to binary conversion, decimal to octal conversion. But here I am going to explain to you in a very simple case, like what happens if there is a number after the decimal point. So for here, let us take an example. It is 423.1. The integer part, we do the repeated division by 16, which is the same way like as explained before, and we'll get the equivalent. It's 1a7. So what happens on the conversion of the number after the decimal point? What we are going to do is we are going to repeatedly multiply by 16. So here 0.1, it's multiplied by 16 and we are getting the answer as 1.6, and here we are going to save that integer part of the result. So 1 is kept aside and 0.6 is multiplied again by 16, and the result is 9.6. We're keeping aside 9 and again we're taking 0.6 and multiplying that by 16. So this continues and we're going to record the numbers, integers we're getting, and the equivalent of 1 in decimal, the hexadecimal equivalent for that is 19999 when it is after the decimal point, and here it becomes the hexadecimal point. So we can say that 423.1 in decimal is same as 1a7.19999 in hexadecimal. Similarly, like if there is a need to convert a number from decimal to octal with with numbers after the decimal point, as explained before, the integer part undergoes the same method of repeated division, and so the equivalent of 266 in octal is 412, and to the decimal, to the number after the decimal point, we are going to multiply that by 8. So 0.1 into 8 gives 0.8. We are going to save the integer portion, which is 0, and take the portion after the point, which is 0.8, multiply again by 8. We are getting 6.4, and we are saving the integer part as 6 and taking again the fractional part, which is 0.4, multiply again by 8. We're getting the result 3.2, and we're going to save 3. So this way we're going to continuously multiply by 8, and we're going to take only the integer portion of it to represent the equivalent of the number 0.1 becomes here 0.6314 in octal. So we can say that 266.1 is same as, in decimal, is same as 412.06318 in octal. And to do that conversion to binary, decimal to binary, it's again the same method. Here we are taking the example 84.1. 84 is the integer part, and by repeated division of 2 we are getting the binary equivalent, which is 1010100, and for the number after the decimal point we are going to repeatedly multiply by 2, and here the integer parts we are getting by repeated multiplication is like 00011. And you should see that we are going to note down the numbers from the top to the bottom, and so we can say that 84.1 is same as 1010100.00011. Now let us look at the examples. Here the example 1, like we are given an hexadecimal number and it has to be converted to binary and its octal equivalent. And to do that, what we are going to do is first convert this hexadecimal number to its binary equivalent, and from that binary equivalent the octal equivalent can be easily obtained. So here we are going to write down the 4-bit binary equivalent for each of the octal digit given in the question. So 1948.B6. the equivalent, binary equivalent of 1 is 0001, 9 is 1001, 4 is 0100, 8 is 1000. And for B, after the hexadecimal point, it's B, and the equivalent of, binary equivalent of B is 1011, and 6 is 0110, and the binary equivalent of 1948.B6 is 0001, 1001, 0100, 1000.1011, 0110. Now from this binary equivalent, we are going to easily convert it into its octal equivalent. For this, what we are going to do is group this binary number in groups of 3 bits. So from the binary point, the left of the binary point, we are going to group them in group of 3 bits, and the digits to the right of the binary point, we are going to group it separately. So the octal equivalent obtained from the group is 14510.554. Now we are going to look at the second example. Here an octal number is given and we are going to get the hexadecimal and its binary equivalent. To do that, first we will convert the octal number to its binary equivalent, and from that binary equivalent it is easy to convert it into the hexadecimal equivalent. So here, given that number which is given here is 75643.5704. This is the octal number. We are going to write down the 3-bit binary equivalent for each digit of the octal number. So writing that, we get the binary equivalent of 75643.5704 as 111, 101, 110, 100, 011, 101, 111, 000, 100. Now we are going to find the hexadecimal equivalent from this binary equivalent. For this, we are going to group the binary numbers into groups of 4 bits, and we are going to write down the hexadecimal equivalent for the same. So grouping them, like we will start from the left of the binary point, and we've written it as 0011, and the equivalent hexadecimal number is 3. 1010, it's A. 1011, it's B, and you can see that the last box, it needs an extra 0 after the MSB, so that is added to make it a 4-bit number, and the equivalent of that 0111 is 7. And the numbers, the binary numbers are on the right of the binary point. Again, we are grouping them into groups of 4 bits. So it is 1011, 1100, and 0100, and we get the numbers BC4. So the hexadecimal equivalent is 7BA3.BC4. And I think we're done with the topics we decided to cover today. We'll meet again in the next class. Thank you.